Hey neighbors, I had the cops come to my door again today for noise complaints because I howled on my porch and in my house for a combined total of less than 5 minutes. So I thought I'd make you a video. First of all, I'm autistic. My sons are autistic. Part of what we do as autistic people is sometimes we get overwhelmed by our feelings and sensory experiences, and we have to do a reset. We all reset in different ways. Orion screams like a fucking banshee in his room. I howl. It helps the boys to howl with me too. That's what we do. Being autistic and needing that outlet is protected by a federal law called the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act. It's protected federally. That's my first point. Second, I appreciate that it might be disarming or unpleasant to hear me howl from time to time. It was unreasonable for me to howl very late at night, and Ivy, I think that's her name, I acknowledge that. That was fucked up. However, this is what I do to re-regulate myself. I have a decibel meter. My fiance is going to start measuring my decibels, and she's going to compare that with the law, where even without the consideration of me being protected by the ADA, we're still following the law with regard to decibels. Because something that I have to experience as an autistic person, which is excruciating, is to go on my back porch and hear a fucking leaf blower, or a lawnmower, or a weed whacker. It doesn't really register for most people that would be unpleasant, but it's like sticking a knife in my ear. It is so excruciatingly unpleasant for me auditorily that I have to go back inside. And it's not something that just lasts for 5 minutes or less like my howls do. It lasts for 30 minutes at a fucking time. So just keep that in mind. If whoever it is wants to keep calling the cops on me, knock your fucking self out. I think it's pretty fucked up to do that, and I think you need to go read about the ADA, and I will start pulling my ADA card completely and fully because I am protected federally as an autistic person to be myself. And if I need to howl for 5 or less fucking minutes in my backyard with my dogs during regular business hours to help myself re-regulate, then that is my goddamn right, and it's protected, again, by the federal government under the ADA. I don't want to have enemies in my backyards. I really don't. But whoever keeps calling the cops on me, you're being a fucking pussy, and you need to knock it off. And we can have a straight conversation about what your problem is with me expressing myself. But you need to understand that I am autistic. I am federally protected, and I will do what I need to do to re-regulate myself and to have my kids regulate themselves. And we have that as a right. If any other autistic person was in this house and was having a meltdown and screaming like a goddamn banshee for an hour or two, which, by the way, my son has done, it's really loud. It's very unpleasant. It can be heard houses away. It's no fucking different. But what's beautiful is that I know that when we howl, it helps all of us. So please stop harassing me, because that's the next step. I'm going to charge you with harassment because you are discriminating against me as a disabled person in the United States of America, and it's not okay anymore. I shouldn't have to be afraid to answer my door because a cop is there. Knock it off.